So this is a demonstration of the stats system built into Clientfolio. Some people choose to call these goals, but in the system we label them as stats. So here what you see is a completed session. I've done my accountability questions, I've taken my notes, I've assigned my next meeting, my homework is down here, and I have recorded today's session and dropped the Zoom link in as well. If I like, I can certainly attach anything I want before sending this. But before we send it, let's go to stats and see what we have here. Now, notice that you, first of all, can change the name of any stat for any client. So if you decide that a stat requires a different name, just change it. The other thing we do is after each session, we get this information directly from the client. So at the end of the session, I might say, simply, what were your sales this past week? How many new customers did you bring on? What was your profitability? How many site visits, etc. Finally, when we have everything we need, we can save it. Now, by saving it, we've done another thing that's important. We can go and now decide how we want to display this information. Now, if you like a split of numbers and graphs, you could do it this way, but some people really like a lot of graphs. So let's go back here and enable all the graphs and save them. And then when we go back to the stats graphs panel, as you can see now, we see all of the graphs. Again, up to you, whatever you want to show your client, however presentation works for you. The other thing that I thought would be interesting for us to take a look at is the color settings. Now, we built complete color control in here, so if you think the colors that ship with it are a little cheesy, I wouldn't blame you. Just feel free to change them yourself. When you're done, just click Save and you're all set there. Okay, so now we are ready to send this homework. And by the way, here's an interesting tidbit. You could get to the point where you send the homework, but you may come back to this screen and add a little bit more detail. You could send it again. But when you are done and click Save and Close, that session now is finished. So let's click Save Homework, Send Homework Now. You get a little message that says it was sent. And now let's go take a look at what that homework might look like. So here is, for example, the homework formatted exactly the way that we had formatted it on our screen. Also notice here that our stats are at the bottom just the way that we had wanted them. The other thing, of course, is that you now have your recording from your last session and you have the next meeting date in here as well. So this makes a very nice client report, and it gives you a chance to showcase your capabilities and make sure your clients appreciate all the great progress that you've made.